There's a look at one of the most iconic sports venues in the lower 48, built back in 1957 under the title of City Stadium. We are at Lambeau Field in Green Bay, Wisconsin. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Chicago Bears and the Green Bay Packers. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Wait 10, wait 20, 57, come on.
Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense.
Check, crunch, rip.
They run it for the first time with Tony Pollard. A big seam, and he might go all the way. Touchdown, Chicago! Tony Pollard, his 11th touchdown of the year. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Wow, first play of the game, CD, 75 yards. These people, they haven't even filed in yet from the tailgate lines.
Everyone talks about starting out fast. Everyone talks about getting explosive-type plays. That was absolutely a thunderbolt. And on the defensive side, he spent all week scheming, all week preparing, and it seems like it goes right out the window.
This is taken at the 3. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. They'll run. This is Melvin Gordon. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Working out of the gun, Cousins. Jones has it. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
Check 53. Here we go. Let's bring it. Let's go.
On 3rd down, Cousins. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The sack by big number 98, Linval Joseph. They were trying to set up that screen, trying to get that screen to formulate. Took too long.
Ends up taking a sack, and that leads you to a couple of other questions. Number one, why don't you just get rid of the football near the screen guy so that you don't take an interception? But really, the big one, they just took everything away, and he was really kind of flummoxed on that play and ended up taking the sack.
So the drive's going to start with Pollard. And he'll get 2, maybe 3, up near the 37.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
On 2nd down, it's Pollard. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
53. Hey, 66. Hey, check Mike 57. Mike 57. Here we go. Check nickel. Sugar. 72.
Brady looking to throw on 3rd and 2. Well, the 2 men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively. Brings up 4th down.
Yeah, good game catching the ball in the backfield a week ago, and they're going to try and involve him in that way in this game as well. But you can tell scouting is taking over. They're making it a little bit more difficult.
Yeah, defensively, they told us, hey, we've got to take him out of the passing game, limit it to just short runs, because he can really impact this offense. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And to be frank, they're just in a tough spot. It's only November, already eliminated from playoff contention. I know their fan base doesn't want to hear that, but that's the case. What are they fighting for now going forward?
You know exactly what they're fighting for is that word that some people don't want to hear, but it's pride.
Draft. Oh, okay. I was going to go draft, but pride's better, right?
You know something? You're right, because that's part of it, but that's two different mindsets. That's front office mindset, draft position, where are we going to be and what do we need to get? And then the players and the coaching staff right now, pride. Can they win some games and feel better about themselves despite the fact they have no shot at the playoffs?
Yo, 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 yo. Yo!
Cousins from the gun on third. Looking downfield for Jones. And he can't quite intercept it. Zone coverage, free safety was there. Couldn't come up with it, and now it's fourth down.
I think the punter might start to get into a pretty good rhythm here if he keeps getting opportunities. But that's the last thing his team wants to have happen, right? The last thing you want to see is your punter feeling pretty good because he's out there all the time.
That first quarter only, but they're 0 for 2 on third down conversions to start this thing. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Run for Pollard. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Benardrick McKinney there to make the stop.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
On second down now, Pollard. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll leave him with a third down and 6 to go.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Now a shot taken on third down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on third down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum?
Stop your whining.
Yellow, yellow, yellow. 58 is the mic. Go 58 is the mic.
On second and 15 now. Cousins got Gordon open, completes it. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time. We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Hey, we got a seal. We got a seal. We got a seal.
6-0 our score after one. Back for the second quarter in Green Bay. It's the Packers in possession of the football as they've got it staring at a 3rd down and 13. So 1st and 2nd down went in the wrong direction. They'll try to do better here on 3rd and 13. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. He's going to air one out. And this will be caught at the 30. Give him 35 yards there on the 3rd down conversion. For an offense that has not found the end zone yet, that's a big play.
There's the spark right there. The big play that they needed. Now they've got to go ahead and finish this drive and put this ball in the end zone.
They're going to be stopped up on this 1st down run. He might have gotten back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. Tackle there by Clay Matthews. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10.
6 guys. Check 6 guys. Recon, 132 fighter. Hey, we're good, we're good.
Cousins to throw it. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 15-yard line. The first red zone opportunity now for the Packers. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 15. Now Gordon. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. From the gun, here's Cousins. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. George Kittle, his 5th touchdown now on the year, as his guys can now take the lead with the extra point. And he's such a talented tight end, just creates nightmarish-type matchups on the other side.
He's so good that when we say tight end, we're almost damning him with faint praise, aren't we? Because he can do it all. He's as good as any receiver in the NFL.
Well, that's the deal. He's a wide receiver, just in a bigger body.
Bigger body, a matchup nightmare, and who's going to cover him? When I sit in the film session, I just look at the coach and say, really? Really? You're going to yell at me? You go cover him.
This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, do you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win 1st down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on 1st down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating 1st downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks, because then the defense has the advantage.
Here's Pollard, and he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
And that's a nice pickup of a 1st down on that 2nd down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. Now that sends them 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down. On 2nd down, Pollard. Now that play is blown up. Losing yardage back at the 35. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. So 1st and 2nd down went in the wrong direction. They'll try to do better here on 3rd and 13. Brady. Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. And he And takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Juju Smith-Schuster, his second touchdown on the season. And the Bears have retaken the lead. Extra point try now for Crosby. And he atones for his miss the first time around as this one is up and good to extend their lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they Really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Gordon. And an alley. There goes Melvin Gordon. The 30. Touchdown, Packers. Melvin Gordon, his 4th touchdown on the year. And now they can recapture the lead if they can make the PAT. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
And it's no good. He missed it. And the game remains tied. Oh, boy. All square now at 13-all as he sends this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Brady's incompletion on 1st down leads to a 2nd and 10.
Check 13. Check 13.
They'll run with Pollard. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. 2nd quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. Throwing is Brady on 3rd down. Going top shelf for Smith. Into a double team, and it's entered. Allen hit. He lost the football. And I think they are going to get this one back. Well, that would have been something. Double turnovers. But instead, they'll keep the possession on the INT. So cancel the interception, pass interference.
And you know what else gets canceled? The return yardage. Makes the play, but now it's all for naught.
On 1st down, Brady. And his throw is incomplete. Tony Pollard out of the backfield, the intended target. And now it's 2nd down. Before the game, they were running the route tree about as efficiently and effectively as we could have possibly imagined, but sometimes the passes just go awry.
Yeah, let's face it, when you're running the route tree in pregame, you don't have defenders breathing down your neck. You don't have defensive backs making plays on the football. Hard to replicate the intensity of the game in pregame.
A nice job to get 8 there after the incompletion, and now they'll look at a 3rd and 2 coming up.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
On 3rd and 2, Brady. And he's got his target. That's more. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Bears. Tony Pollard, his 2nd touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season as his guys are able to regain the lead. Crosby connects on the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. This will be taken about the 12. And they'll have good starting field position as he's up just shy of the 40. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They trail 20-13 our score as they have it 1st and 10.
Mike, 53. 53. Mike.
Cousins on 1st down. Caught by Jones. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
Come off the ball. Hey, yo. 53's the Mike. 53. Check 53.
Now Cousins. That's complete. It's Gordon. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play.
Hey, we got a seal. Quick. Go. Nine the Mike.
A 1st down throw for Cousins. Letting one go deep for the end zone. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Adrian Colbert, he was right there in coverage. They're going for a receiver there. Already has 1 touchdown in this first half. A 2nd one not to be.
I like where their headspace is, though. I mean, I really like the thought process, right? You got a guy who's already scored one, right? You want to go back to him, continue the hot hand, and make them adjust to you defensively. I like what they were trying to get done, even though they weren't successful.
Now the Packers going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. Second down pass play got them 8 yards. Now they've got a 3rd and a couple remaining. Again, it's Cousins. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
It's 4th down.
Here's Matthew McCrane now for the field goal try. From the right hash, it's a 35-yard attempt. McCrane able to knock this one through. And that'll bring them back within 4. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
This is taken at the 3. And he will be marked down right there at the 20-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn it.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked by Pierre Desir.
Pick 6. Don't throw my son.
Intercepted. The Packers take over 1st and 10.
This will probably be the last play of the quarter.
It's out of time, guys. Out of time. Let's get off the field.
Hey, no, easy.
Hey, check Mike 33. Check Mike 33. Ready?
Final play of the half. Cousins is going to take a shot at the end zone. Why not? Touchdown, Packers. Sterling Shepard. As time expires in the first half, and the Packers have retaken the lead. And just before the half ends, the prayer is answered defensively. A disaster there.
I know often we're surprised when this actually works. I mean, the excitement level goes way up, but maybe we shouldn't be, because I know as a defender, you've got to play the ball in this situation, but you can't interfere with the receiver because, remember, it's a spot foul, and it'd be 1st and goal if it happens in the end zone, and you don't want to give up that play and that little bit of hesitancy. often works really well for offensive guys.
So it's the Packers set to receive the kick. They've got the lead as well as we are underway in the third quarter. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
Let's go.
First and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
Let's see if they do just that. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
SOS. Lucky 48. Wide. SOS.
Here's Cousins. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up third.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football, because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion, and both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
Throwing, Cousins. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Obi Melifonwu. And they will score a pick-6 for a Bears touchdown.
Now that was a beautiful play. A pick-6. How would you punctuate something like that, partner?
What, you mean with an exclamation mark?
Exclamation mark, a big word. What would you do with that?
Ampersand?
I like it.
Crosby with the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Come on, man. Let's go.
First and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now, but let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. Oh, design run for their wideout. And once again, he's going to be stopped up behind the line. Second straight play. Shades of the 85 Bear defense a little bit.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
To throw is Cousins. And the pressure too much that time as Cousins goes down. Aaron Donald has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. On now is the Packers punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Let's take it inside his own 40. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And the Bears take over. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had an ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ballgame.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Brady now on first down. Quick slant, caught by Moore. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. An excellent pickup of 20 yards. To throw, it's Brady. Open man completes it to Smith-Schuster. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. A Chicago first down there on a gain of 11. Brady, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's 1st and 10. Here's Brady. That's caught. It's Coleman. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. A gain of 6 there on first. Well, this is how you shake the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of the guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident, keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 3.
53. 52nd reload. Check.
Here's Pollard again. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. A 5-yard touchdown run as the Bears push further out in front. A good, sustained drive there in this third quarter, capping it off with a touchdown to give them a nice 2-score advantage.
It was actually a fun one to watch, wasn't it? I mean, for me, seeing the mix of what they did, how they moved the ball downfield, very sharp, too. Each and every play seemed to be executed with great dispatch.
And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Working out of the gun, Cousins completes it to Aguilar. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. Cousins now hitting on 2/3 of his passes, 10 for 15 so far. 1st and 10. They run it here with Gordon. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
First. 53 is the mic. 53 is the mic. Hey, we got to get to the ball, team. Hey, zoom.
On 2nd down and 4, Cousins. Is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Picked off near the 29. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the...
And with a flag down, he goes down. So they're able to sack him. Now the penalty looks like it could be holding. Let's find out. So they will take the sack instead of the penalty.
And it takes another down off the series. But the biggest one of all, do you want to tell the guy who just got the sack that it no longer counts?
No.
No, not at all.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty.
Regular.
57 to mine. 57 to mine.
Shotgun now for Brady. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on 1st down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back. But it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Ricardo Allen with a pick. And they will score. It's a Packer touchdown. 3rd down, passing down. They throw the extra defensive back in there for a nickel package, and it worked out.
And it's not anything that you would think is just great strategy. It's just that when you have 5 defensive backs on the field on an obvious passing down, it's a lot tougher to complete a pass. And on that play, they completed it just to the wrong team, and it cost them 6 points.
Here we go again. Here we go.
Following the interception, Cousins.
I know they didn't tack on the 2 points, but I liked their attempt. After the interception return for a touchdown, I was thinking to myself, forget kicking it, go for 2, and they did.
Yeah, and everybody's scrambling. Maybe you catch the defense on their heels. They weren't ready to be out there.
Yeah, it's almost like a sudden change, right? There's a turnover, you take it away, they stuck it in the end zone, keep the momentum going. Give credit to the defensive guys for rallying and stopping that 2-point attempt.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
Cut. Let's go on. No, 66.
Now Brady to try again after the pick 6. And he's got the hook up to Moore. Touchdown, Chicago! DJ Moore, his 4th touchdown on the year as the Bears push further out in front.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
This is taken at the 3. And an excellent return there as he's up to the 35 and make it the 40-yard line.
There's no downplaying that we all knew that this was a critical possession, and to get a return like that to start things off, that's the spark that they needed, that's the spark they were looking for.
One. We got a seal. Here we go. Two.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And this is Shepard on the catch. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch. Good for 8 yards.
Come on, baby. Let's see what you got.
Check 37. Quicker on the hop. Hey, Steamer.
9. Mike, 9.
Throwing is Cousins. Able to get this to Gordon. And he'll get it out to midfield. They'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. 2 yards, good enough for a first. Cousins now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Cousins now from the 50. Gets it to Gordon. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down. That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11. They'll throw again. Cousins. Got Gordon open, completes it. There goes Melvin Gordon. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Melvin Gordon with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year as his guys are back within a single score. McCrane on for the extra point. And this is back to a 5-point game. A 5-point game now as here comes the kickoff.
Let's go.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet.
Hey, pick your game up.
No. Greystone, Travis. Rip.
Looking to throw on second down. Brady. Looking left side. He's got it. Complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 16 yards, a first down. Brady now. A perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10.
Under 10, under 10, 10. Kill, kill, kill. Shadow.
They'll go with Pollard here on first down. And down to the 44, 5 yards that time. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Ricardo Allen with a pick. And a great return as they're finally able to take him down. A critical error there in a tight game of the fourth.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the fourth quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the fourth quarter with a lead, no matter what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
Gun. Motion, motion. Hey, check motion man. Put your hands on him.
From the shotgun, it's Cousins. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Looking for Shepard deep. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off around the 27. That is now 7 interceptions between last week and this week. 3 in this game, 4 a week ago.
And I saw the head coach write on his play sheet, make a little note. I hope he's writing self-scout. Bring in the guys that scout games for you with a different eye and watch him and see what's going on, and maybe they can pick up what the flaws are, and hopefully they can correct them.
I can't believe they even let you play. 57 to Mike. 57 to Mike.
I know he ain't got it. Hey, 66.
On 2nd and 12, Brady. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd. This a very important drive, and that incompletion leads to a very important 3rd down here if they're going to try and get the football back.
Yeah, getting it back, absolutely crucial to their chances to try and win this game. I would expect a lot of pressure here. They can't afford to let them continue to get first downs.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. It's Clinton-Dix with a pick. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
I got you. I got you.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Throw to the right here to Gordon. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
Heady on that one, huh? Getting out of bounds before the 2-minute warning. They get an extra timeout, extra opportunity to move the ball downfield. Very smart football.
Cousins on first down. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. And a terrific return as he'll take it up past the 35. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Timmy Jernigan able to record his 5th sack of the season. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Only 2 yards on the carry. That's going to set up a 3rd and long, 3rd and 15 to be exact. After that run, still a good amount of meat on the bone here for this 3rd down play. Can you envision them putting this in the air?
Totally. I mean, look at who he has under center right now. If you can't trust him with the football, you can't trust anyone. And frankly, to me, I want the ball down the stretch. Get the 1st down, keep it in the hands of my offense. I don't want to turn it over to them and rely on my D.
Back to throw, Brady. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
He's going to look deep for more. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Then it's Clinton Dix with a pick. You got the slim lead late and the football, so why are you throwing it there?
Remember during the year when we asked one of the head coaches, you know, if you're in this spot, why would you throw the ball? And he talked about trust in his quarterback and trust in his offense.
But still.
And then at the end he kind of went, yeah, not really a good reason.
Back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time.
Hey, Foxtrot. 58, boy, 58, it's Mike.
Cousins. It's complete to Jones. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock.
First and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's Cousins. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down. The way he's thrown the football today, almost a surprise when he doesn't complete a pass like happened there, but he needs a few more to get his guys downfield.
Well, the way he's thrown it leads him to believe that he's going to get those completions, and that means the guys going out for passes, they'll run even harder because they expect it as well.
Hey, team 6. Mike, 58, right there. Here we go.
Back to throw. And that will be incomplete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his huddle. Got to totally command it, make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Going to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
Cousins to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Anthony Brown. And he'll take it across midfield to the 46-yard line. So after the INT, it's Brady. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.